Welcome back to episode 4 of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
I thought we were playing Diablo.
We're not going to play Diablo 3.
I thought that's what you promised. We were playing Diablo.
Do you really want to play that game?
You lied to me.
Do you really want to play that game?
Nah,
I've never played it. What is it about?
Wow. That's a big question.
You don't know either?
So, Diablo 3 is basically about...
Pokeballs. At least 3 Pokeballs in a bunch.
These are good questions. Diablo 3 is basically a game about... It's a dungeon crawler, so you literally like go across plains and dungeons killing monsters. And there's a bit of a backstory.
Does it look like Zelda 1? We should play Zelda 1.
Really?
I should play Zelda 1, because I've never played Zelda 1.
I have never played Zelda, like Legend of Zelda, like original Legend of Zelda.
Also, everybody, before you guys get some content, it's 9 minutes to 1 a.m.
I'm pretty sure
it's Thanksgiving.
It's
Happy
also
Thanksgiving.
9 minutes to 12 o'clock Moscow.
I am waiting for Jason to pick the fight mode and pick his move.
I was thinking about it for a second, sorry.
And we're a little tired, so it's going to be a sleepy playthrough. Not a playthrough, a sleepy episode.
It's a playthrough, it's a walkthrough, it's a guide. This is a guide to Pokemon.
Hopefully we'll get episodes 5 through 9, maybe Sunday. Hopefully, if they are free, or maybe next Tuesday, so you might be seeing it on Wednesday or Thursday next week.
I mean, we could do this Friday for your birthday, you know?
I told you, my family's taking me out on my birthday.
That's cute, but what about what I'm doing?
What are you doing for me?
Kidnapping you, obviously.
Look at this. They have coaches now.
What is a coach trainer?
So a coach trainer is one for new Pokemon trainers, noobs, or Gen 8ers, like I like to call them, because they're the haters.
It's Gen 8. It's like
Gen 8ers. That's what they are. Gen 8ers.
You asked me earlier today about what my thoughts are on the Gen 1 Pokemon.
He's got a
Gen
Bulbasaur. I want a Bulbasaur.
Like, Gen 1 Pokemon, obviously... If there's no Gen 1 Pokemon, there's no Pokemon. Like, I will not refute that. I will not try to say that that's not a thing.
So sassy. Go on.
But, in my humble opinion, there is just a sizable chunk of the Pokemon in that roster, and you may have mentioned it before, that I didn't feel like we needed to have as Pokemon. You know, like, they're there to kind of, I think, fulfill a particular gap. They, like, Grimer, we could do away without Grimer. I was not a fan of him or that family.
You want to get rid of some Pokemon?
I mentioned to you before, like, if we just took all 800 and some odd Pokemon they have currently in the roster and removed half of it.
I sometimes wonder about you. Why would you get rid of... I love Grimer. First off, Muck. Because his big intro on the show.
I never followed him. Like, first of all...
That's Beethoven Muck, first off.
Firstly, that is, I've mentioned before, I will never use the show as a reference.
I do.
Like,
so there.
At
Poison
all.
powder? Or sleep powder?
Yeah, no poison, because acid has a chance to poison you.
Yes.
So yeah, poison, sleep powder, you can take over poison powder, it's fine.
I sometimes wonder, what would a world full of clones of you be like?
That's a terrifying notion. No.
Yeah. What would you do? What would happen? What do you think?
My point is that, like...
Also, they give you revives, items, and sometimes TMs.
So I'm just saying, people could seriously defend some of these Pokemon solely on the notion that they're just Pokemon. Like, that's the only basis that you have to defend them.
Yeah.
Like...
No, but I mean, that's... The show, for some people, is a reason for them to like that Pokemon. Like, Muck, when he was appeared, he did a Beethoven.
The problem is that, like, it created
really
this
cool.
It created this gap. Because, like, the game creates these Pokemon. It tells you how the Pokemon behave, and then when you see it in the anime, it completely goes against the grain of what the game tells you.
Right, because the TV censorship is different than...
Well, not even just the censorship. I just mean, like, first of all, how the Pokemon entry dexes were done in the game, completely ludicrous.
I hope, like, people, like, actually... They're gonna be watching this. They start looking at the nicknames and no.
There's gonna be some shenanigans.
Some questions like, who's Atheist Pigeon?
Atheist pigeon.
Atheistic pigeon.
So,
just a quick notion, guys. We nicknamed our Pokemon, so you just see it
in the machine pocket, right? No, the
Atheist Pigeon is Pidgey.
Woman Drake instead of Mandrake.
For Oddish. And
Nim for any of them Secret of Nim fans out there that even remember that movie. I honestly I
saw it.
So I barely remember the first movie, and I sort of only remember the sequel. And from what I've been told, my girlfriend said that the sequel is hot garbage. I saw it when I was like 11.
You guys description of just everything is so colorful. It's like, it's hot garbage. You're panda trash. What, dude? Really?
Trash panda.
Trash panda. He's like, you guys have so much hate. Why do you hate so much?
It's not even just hate.
I almost looked at a shiny Pikachu.
Oh wow, the hiccups are back. That's great. That's cute. That's what I fucking need right now.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it hurts.
Want to scare you guys?
No, it's not. Scaring didn't do anything last time, dude. It's like it's literally just, it's a thing in my body. It's just out of whack.
You're out of whack.
Ugh.
This whole game is out of whack. So by this episode, hopefully we will get to. We're probably gonna get to Mount Moon. Is the timer even on?
Huh?
Is the timer even on?
Yeah,
okay.
We're going.
So Mount Moon. We're gonna try to get. I'll try to get as fast as possible through it. Well, we touch on colorful commentary and touchy subjects.
Yeah, I mean, so like I was just saying, like I understand that people love a thing, but my problem with fans as a whole, like not like beyond just Pokemon.
Don't talk about the fans, man.
Fans ruin things. I'm gonna say it. Fans ruin.
We have fans.
Listen, I'm just saying.
They're not gonna ruin us.
Look.
I'm not gonna go to a subway.
Look at the Star Wars controversy right now. The fans are more divided in the history of, I think, fandom in general. You have these people chase off Star Wars actors out of social media because they were just bullying these people because it's like, this wasn't the Star Wars.
Wait, what happened?
So, the girl that played Rose was bullied off of like Facebook and Instagram.
Really?
Just straight up because the fans hated on her. I think same with Rey, the girl that played Rey, just straight up bullied off of the internet because the fans are so mad that that movie wasn't the way that they wanted it to be. Like, oh, it's not my Star Wars, it's not how I wanted it. It's like, there's just no pleasing. Like, Episode 7 didn't please them, Episode 8 didn't please them.
No, they would have been happy if it was the same exact movie.
Episode 7 was the same exact movie.
No, but with a guy. I'm not gonna. I'm not sexist in any way. I thought that Rey was a great character. I love her so much. I talked to a guy once. I'm not gonna say names. I'm not gonna say where I met him or anything because it might
just
lead to. He was mad that there was a female main antagonist. Protagonist.
What was his argument for that?
Just like, it's not. I grew up in like cowboy times, and I want to see men do men things, and a woman's not going to save the universe or anything. I'm like, whoa.
I mean, that's no way to justify any of that. I mean, because honestly,
I feel like he was sexist about it, but even then, I was like, dude,
that's like complete bigotry level of thinking. Because it basically, first of all, you're illustrating that only certain types of people can do certain types of things, and history has proven that that is garbage. Amelia Earhart was like a wonderful pilot, I think, and she was one of the first female pilots, I think, out. And so that you had her. There was plenty of lady scientists across history. I'm probably going to butcher her name. I think it was Eva Eckbald.
Eckbald?
I'm like I said, I'm butchering the last name because it's like Swedish, and I have zero way to
like Ichabod Crane.
No, like it completely not like that. It's like I said, I have no doubt that I'm bastardizing her last name, and I'm very sorry. But she was a scientist in like the 1700s, but her work essentially led to the knowledge of how to distill potatoes, and so that's kind of where potato vodka came from. And there's like other contributions that I heard that she like worked on, and she's like got a spot in the Hall of Fame in like the Scientific Academy up in Sweden.
Really?
I think, or something like that.
No. I didn't see. Okay.
But so like this idea that we have that you grew up learning around a thing means that you grew up in a time where you were completely okay with subjugating another group of people because that's just what you were used to.
Who was it? Whoa, there was a thing there. That was Sandrew. Who was it? So, I watched a lot of games. Okay, 1, 2.
And what do Dan and Aaron have to?
Like, people have been mad at each other since the beginning of there being two people. And just like, oh god damn it, we're gonna sing.
Alright.
1, 2, 3.
There we go.
Yeah, see, teamwork, man. Get in my brain. Be in me.
Just be in me.
Be in me. We got Sandrew. Yay, I love Sandrew.
They're not wrong. I mean, people have been upset with each other forever.
Yeah. So it's like, the thing is, we have these ideas of what's right and what's wrong, and so do they.
And the bottom line that I hear is that nobody was ever going to be happy.
No one's ever. That's just life. That's humanity. And Aaron said that, and it was a joke. It was like, wow, you really just broke down humanity in just a few words, didn't you? Which made me laugh. But I mean, yeah, it's true.
I mean, and like honestly, like a lot of people I know are super against that idea. Like they want what's best for people,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't not want that. I just also.
But we think what's best for us might not be best for everyone.
But I mean, like, it's agreed upon almost universally that you don't treat the opposite sex like garbage.
Right. And yet, but some people
they're not garbage. They're not your objects. They're people. They think and feel just like you. And the fact that there are people out there that believe full-heartedly that just because you're a woman means that you can't go do things is ass. It's just straight garbage. You know, like I don't understand why that level of disrespect and hate came into the world. You know, like especially since like people have come so far. Like look at women didn't used to be able to vote, right? Like forever ago. And you had like women protesting and like getting arrested.
We got payday.
And it's like starving in themselves in prison. Mm-hmm. And it's like they were making such profound statements to get people's attention to the fact that they are being treated poorly over the right to be able to vote in this country.
Right.
You know, and for people that are like, you can't have a protagonist main woman save your universe is idiotic, you know?
Yeah,
it's like,
I completely agree. Like, a lot of people said the same thing, though, about the female Ghostbusters movie.
I think the problem with that, like, I mean, the grounds of that movie, the problem that I had with that movie was that not that it had an all-female cast. It's just, I don't think that movie was written very well.
I thought it was a little funny. Honestly, I enjoyed some of it.
Like, so Melissa McCarthy is a funny gal. And most of the rest of that cast that was there with her are funny ladies. Absolutely. I feel like the problem with a movie like that was that it was trying to. So here's a good example. My dad grew up watching, like, reading comics and crap like that. And so his argument was some people in the comics would take already pre-existing superheroes.
Right.
And they would either gender swap them or like swap them racially, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if, Spider-Man was black? And they...
Check this out. Look up there.
Is that a Meowth?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Because... this.
Oh, yes!
These dudes. The Team Rocket's there. It's like, oh, you caught us. You were supposed to keep an eye on me out. And there he is. That was pretty cool. Like, to let you know that you're going to run into Meowth if you caught it.
Like, that's really cool. Like, I mean, that like, levels of detail like that is just really solid.
Dude, you know what might help? A drink of water. If you chug down some water, it might help the hiccups.
Alright, pause this episode. Now you're fucking...
I want to battle this guy while you do that. This guy.
Just carry the whole fucking video.
I'll carry the episode. Yeah. So now that Jason's... let's talk about Jason some more. Nah, let's not talk about... Oh, fuck. It's a 2 toggle. And his remote's on the other side of the screen. Other side of the room. What am I gonna do? I can't get up and get it. I don't have to wait for him. Oh no. Damn it. Okay. Wait, he's coming back. He came back. Jason, the controller's all the way over there.
Oh, yeah.
We left it at 2-player.
Sorry, that's my bad.
Did you get the water?
I did.
Did you get the water?
I had some. It didn't work, unfortunately.
Well, no, you're not supposed to sip it. You're supposed to chug water.
No, I know.
Have a big gulp. Jason, don't jump! What'd you do?
I was trying to reset my...
Whoa. Okay.
It didn't really work. I think I needed to be from a higher place.
How do you reset your diaphragm?
There's a way... I don't really quite know the science of it.
1, 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I got him. I was just gonna say that the problem with the Ghostbusters movie wasn't the ladies. It was that you could have had a group of ladies go ghost hunting like Ghostbusters without it being Ghostbusters. And that would have been fine, because that would have been a more original idea, I think. Because like I was trying to tell you, my dad's argument was, why gender swap or racial swap already existing heroes, just make new heroes? Like, what would be the harm in just making new heroes?
1, 2, 3. Oh wow. 1, 2. Wait, into the middle. Okay, no.
Because it's like you could just you just make other heroes that happen to be whatever race or gender you want.
Right, but I think the people don't do that is because they'll be like, oh, it's a ripoff of this person and it's just different gender.
Maybe...
No, again,
I mean,
one's ever going to be happy.
Especially today, where it's like everybody is so gung-ho about originality.
Yeah.
That it's like...
There's nothing really original to do anymore.
Well, and look at the case of Episode 7 for Star Wars. Like, they made this movie, and it's almost a scene-for-scene recreation...
Which is cute.
...of Episode 4. And I think it was designed to be an homage to that first movie, which was just look at the similarities of this movie. Like, look at how cool that is. And instead, it gets panned. So, but like you said, I think we definitely live in a generation now where just we are never satisfied, and we're desensitized to things. School shootings, mass shootings.
Yeah.
Like that episode of South Park where Stan's mom was like losing her shit because there's that school shooting, and she's like, children died and nobody's talking about it or getting upset about it, and her husband was just in the hallway and just went, yeah, well, what else has got you down? Like, oh, holy shit. Like that just helped illustrate how you just we're so just used to things.
Yeah. Unless it happens like right in front of us, then we're just freaking out.
Well, I mean, it's not even just that. It's just that like I mean, for the people who are just experiencing it. Like, yeah, that's traumatic, and I won't try to, sully that or say that that's not something to be upset about or horrified by. But for the people that are not there, the people that just hear about that, it just kind of rolls over them.
Right. What did I run into? Oh, Paris.
So it's like you said. It's like there's just no.
Dude, okay.
You said 3 and it.
1, 2, 3.
There we go. There we go. So I guess kind of just going back to like my original thing on Pokemon. It's like I was happy with Pokemon as a game, but you don't have to drown me in all this excess to make a good game. Like you don't need to do that. Spider-Man for PlayStation has like I think 20 suits that you can pick from, and that's got a good amount of variety, and I don't feel like I'm just drowning in excess.
So I mean, then Pokemon would have stopped at like gold and silver.
Honestly, that would have been okay if it did. I don't get me wrong. I love Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. To me, those are wonderful games because they help bring Pokemon into the next generation, right? Because we were stuck. We were just doing Game Boy Color with like Crystal, which was a fun game. Don't get me wrong, love Crystal, but Ruby and Sapphire and like Emerald and Leaf Green Fire Red.
1, 2, 3.
They bring us to the Advance,
right?
Which just had better graphics. It was a better engine. So no Ruby or Sapphire, like I don't think there would have been like we don't get to enjoy Pokemon Go or Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
I think you just got older and you just don't care about the smaller things anymore.
Well, it's not even just that, but like, dude, I honestly have zero use for Zubat.
Crobat, bro. Right now, no.
Dude, okay, so me and you have asked. I've asked, like,
3.
Who is your main team that you will always have?
Oh, yeah.
Like, not this, I rotate them out. No. Every day that you decide to go on a Pokemon journey,
You have a 6 Pokemon.
You have a set number of 6 Pokemon that you are always thinking about. There might be 1 or 2 in the rotation, but I promise you it is not all 808 Pokemon. They are not all in the rotation. That's just silly. There's just no way to do it.
Oh, yeah? I'm kidding.
Like, no. To prove that point, honestly, doesn't actually do anything. It's sort of like that episode of How I Met Your Mother where Barney went out of his way to sleep with 200 women.
1, 2, 3. Oh, you got it. Okay, cool.
Like, he went out of his way to do it, just to say that he did it, and he was left unsatisfied. Yeah. How did he get out of an excellent?
1, 2, 3. They're supposed to be harder. And we're using a Pokeball instead of like a Great Ball.
Anyway, I was just saying, like, just to do a thing to prove that you can do it doesn't actually do anything for anyone.
Right. But sometimes you need to do it for yourself, you know?
All you have to do for yourself...
Not sleeping with 200 women.
Like, I mean, sure, that's...
That's a Clefairy. And I risked battle. Oh, God, if it's not there anymore, I'll be sad.
Like, the issue that I take there is... If you just want to go out of your way to catch all the Pokemon and just have them there and then try to play around with team typing, sure. But, like, you're never going to use Rattata.
I've used Rattata.
For how long, though? To what
I've
point?
actually been working on a new, like, Eradicate. I was like, why do people not use Eradicate? And I know because of his stats, like his defense and special defensive crap. He does have a decent attack and a regular speed. So it can't really go one hits or anything, but there's a lot of things you can do with a normal type Pokemon. Come on, no.
How many Pokemon are better? Like how many normal Pokemon could you get your hands on that are just better?
1, 2, 3. Okay, I didn't put no, but whatever. It's behind. 1, 2, 3. There are a lot of normal Pokemon that are better, per se, but
I guess my thing of it is that well, then here's the other thing too. If the goal was to try to capture Pokemon, and then they wanted to like be able to battle Pokemon then should be able to be on marginally even footing.
Well, that's what I feel like this game has tried doing with its new stats and everything that they've done. Because you can beat the game with any Pokemon.
And like honestly, that's the Pokemon experience people want to be able to. Because like you said, I'm not particularly attached to Butterfree. I have nothing against Butterfree. I don't hate Butterfree. Just Butterfree was not a Pokemon that I was ever that in love.
I love Butterfree only because like
don't you bring up that episode?
Like, what do you want from me?
We do not reference that.
The show. I had the show before I had the game.
You had the show before you had the game.
Yeah.
That's.
I didn't get the game until I was in 5th grade.
That's weird to me. That's when the show was out. Was in 5th grade.
No, it was before that. I even had it when I was in 4th grade. I had it.
That actually might be right. Actually, now that I'm, because you were in 4th grade, what? 97? 96?
And if I go back, I don't remember.
Well, I mean, how old are you? 30, almost.
I'm gonna be 29 in 2 days.
Oh. Yeah, so 1989 is when you were born, and you're in 4th grade, roughly at the age of like 9.
I look fairy. I'm not gonna. 8 or 9, yeah.
Yeah, so like it's like 1990. Yes. So like 1997, like 1996-ish is about when Pokemon, I think, came out to the West, right?
Right.
So that's about right.
Yeah. So I had the show before I even got the game. One. The other way till it's in the middle.
It's fucking Zubat.
Because I don't know if you can when you can start doing. You can start doing it now, but it's a little hard with a 2-player. Especially how we're positioned in the room. Throw equally.
Sure. So I mean, so for you specifically,
Pokemon the show was my thing before I even got the game.
So
when I found out there was a game, I freaked out.
So it's like a nostalgic thing. Like everything about this.
Bro,
seems to really.
I don't know if you remember this. You remember? You know Lunchables, right?
Lunchables?
Yes.
I eat them all the time still.
They had the like Pokemon toggles things, or like little things you can have there.
I don't remember that.
Like you can take them out of the cardboard and have them all. And that was my first way of collecting all of them. Right?
Sure.
And I would ask my mom, "Give me Lunchables," because I want to get me the Pokemon thing. And try collecting them all. I had like a stack like this. But I never got them all because around that was in 4th grade. I remember because I was in Ayers Elementary and I know where I was. And it was
Grimer would have looked better, I think, without any eyes.
I think that Christmas, that's when I got our red version, or my birthday or Willie's birthday. We got red version.
Both of you?
No, we only got one version with Carrot. And that was hard. And then I didn't get a second version until Christmas.
That was kind of me and Tyler. Like he got blue version for like his birthday, I think, or Christmas.
Yeah.
And
and then we got it actually during Christmas. We got a red version, but then my mom also bought Zelda.
Oh, okay.
For the other, because we got 2 Game Boys, but we had 1 Pokemon game.
I see.
And then Zelda got stolen with that game.
Tragic.
Yeah.
So, but I guess I was just getting at too. It's and me and you have talked about this at length. It's like it's okay to create more games, but with like not as big of a roster because
I honestly enjoy the big roster. I like the challenge of collecting them all.
I mean, the problem with that becomes that there's no end to it.
There's an end. I caught them all.
No.
Yeah.
When Gen 8 comes, you'll have caught them all, or you will go catch them all.
I'll go catch them all again.
And then Generation 9. Yep. But my point is there is no end then. Based on
there is an end for a time.
No. That's not what I said. Just because there's a brief period in where you're not catching them is not the same as not catching them.
the whole point is to catch them all. That's the thing they said.
So here's the thing about your kind of game. You can say how much is all of it. And they could have had a realistic number.
I asked for infinity and they gave.
You would be disappointed doing that.
I'm not disappointed.
I mean, first of all, look at Metallic, right?
Meltan.
Whatever.
Nutto.
He's garbage.
His name's Nutto.
He's
hot. Well, he
liquid
himself,
garbage.
stat-wise, is horrible.
No,
I agree.
I don't care about his stats.
I care
at
about
all.
his stats.
I care about the fact that he is just a silver ditto
With a nut.
with a nut for a head. That is the laziest Pokemon design. That just tells me that the Pokemon Company, is out of ideas. They actually cannot come up with another Pokemon to save their life.
Or that's Niantic Pokemon.
If that's Niantic's Pokemon,
1, 2, 3.
like if that's their contribution to this game, I am so disappointed in it.
Oh my god. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. We're at the 31 mark.
31?
Yeah, we're at
I
31.
knew like halfway through the mountain.
Yeah.
Alright, this zoom out with our last capture of this, what, 2.5 hour
That was about 2
recording
hours.
sesh?
Yeah, 2.5 hours. The sesh,
The sesh.
as the kids
We
call
got really deep on this episode. I'm going to call it Deep in Mount Moon.
it.
It's great. Look how cute I am. So cute. 10.
Oh man. I mean, you're right. We brought up some pretty deep things.
I love Pokemon. Jason doesn't. Have a good night, everybody.
Not at all what I said.
Next time on Saturday Night
I
Live.
like it, but it's like this would be a great game in moderation. Take half the roster and dump it. It's fine. Don't be a super fan.
hey,
Super
Pokemon.
fans, you cannot talk with.
Pokemon.
Bye.
Pokemon Company, listen to me. A fan, a lover of Pokemon. Double
They literally
Double it.
don't give a shit.
Double it and put all the regions in one area. That's all we want.
I'm sorry?
All the regions in one game?
No. Opening newsletter is store apologizes for bear statues having anal sex.
What?
I'm not making this up.
You just went on your phone and just looked up the... That's a great conversation we could have had. But no.
Twin
We're going to
Mauled-
end this with catching a... You getting rid of Pokemon.
Twin Mauled Mills shoppers said the two polar bears look like they're having anal sex.
You know what? That actually is a great way to end it. I hope everyone has that good visual of anal sex panda polar bears. They're coming back in a big way.
I don't know why they went for that direction. Like, I mean, very clearly the bears are not that close. But
Nature finds a way.
have
a good night, everybody. See you next time.
Okay.
Bye.